Hey, what's going on, guys? Diamond Dave here, and I just want to take a few minutes and invite you to a free live training that I'm going to be hosting to show you guys how I and my students are making $10,000 time and time again on webinar launches and roughly $6,000 a day on Evergreen. You know, it's created a lifestyle that I could only have dreamed of. I'm out here midday on a Thursday with my family on my boat. You know, we're having a good time. I'd like to introduce you to my family real quick. Everybody say hi. That's my kids, my wife, and my baby Chloe down there. And, you know, we're just out here having a good time, living life, and, you know, we're able to enjoy it because of what the internet has done for us. You know, the internet's created such a massive opportunity for people now, and there's so few that have really hit the mark on figuring out what it takes to make a lot of money with it. Well, I want to show you guys all of my tips, strategies, techniques, no hold barred. I'm going to give you guys the farm on this webinar, okay guys? I'm going to show you from A to Z how you can launch and make tons of money on your webinars. What's going on, guys? So Diamond Dave here, and I'm really excited to share with you, you know, the actual formula that I'm using to generate these kind of numbers with webinars. Now, I'm sure you just saw the beginning of the video. You saw me out on the boat with my family. And, you know, I had a really good day that day. And the coolest part was I didn't have to go work some 9 to 5 and, you know, try to pay my bills. Like, I literally just sit on my computer about 2 hours a day, focused on generating webinars, and I'm able to live the life of my dreams and do what I want to do. And I want to share the exact formula that I'm using to do this with you. Okay? So let's get started. So the first thing that you need is an audience, okay? You gotta have somebody to market your webinars to, right? So we have our audience, and then we're gonna send that audience to a webinar registration page, okay? I'm just gonna put this little video symbol here. We'll just call it the reg page, all right? So you got a little video here telling them how you want them to join you on your webinar, and you know, you want them to come and learn with you and interact with you. And on this registration page, you're going to tell them a few key points that you're going to teach them. So you'll have usually 3 things. So you got 1, 2, 3. So you'll have 3 things here that you're going to tell them, that you're going to, you know, like secrets or tips or techniques or something really cool that you're going to share with them on this webinar. And over here, you're going to, you know, maybe have a picture of you or your branding if you have a logo. So, you know, you want to put your logo or your picture there. Okay. And shoot this quick little 3 to 5 minute video telling them why they should join you on your webinar. All right. Now, tell them if they're interested in everything that they've read below and everything you've shared with them on this video, to enter their name and their email here, okay? So that's where their name and email is gonna go. All right, guys? So you got your audience, and usually, I'll just go ahead and tell you, what I'm gonna show you guys is how to draw traffic from Facebook. Facebook has 4.8 billion users. So you can't tell me that out of 4.8 billion people, there's not people on there that want what you're selling or would want to join you for your webinar, okay? So now, once they've registered, you're going to send them to a thank you page, okay? Thank you page. Now on this page, you're going to share with them, you know, well, you're probably going to put another video, like I normally put another video, basically saying thank you. Thank you for registering for the webinar. You're going to be learning a lot. Make sure you have a pen and a piece of paper, and make sure that you're ready to take notes and have no distractions. Make sure you turn Facebook off. Make sure you leave your phone off. You know, absolutely no distractions whatsoever during the webinar. And here you're going to share with them again the 3 things, because by now, going through your funnel, they probably have lost track of what the 3 things were. So you're going to share with them the 3 things all over again. You're going to tell them the time, okay, the date, and you're going to leave them the link to where they can join you in the webinar room, okay, whenever it goes live. So, and that's another thing I meant to tell you guys. Right here, I would usually put a countdown timer, okay? counting down the time until the webinar. Now, you're going to run from your audience to your registration page to your thank you page, but what do you do with them from there? What do you do from the thank you page? Well, there's a few different options, okay? On the thank you page, you can have them join your Facebook group, you know, put a link there for them to join your Facebook group. That way you can continuously engage with them and share value with them and keep enticing them to make sure they show up for your webinar, okay? So they can join your Facebook group. You can ask them to like your Facebook page, okay? You can ask them to like your Facebook page. Now, why is that important? For branding, obviously. You're branding yourself. So people buy people. And that's something very important that you should remember. People buy people. It doesn't matter how good your product and service are. If you're not, you know, a good person that gives tons of value, I don't care what you're selling, nobody's going to want it, okay? So you want to make sure that you're creating good, strong branding for yourself, all right? Now, once you have created all of this, this actually goes a step further. When they put in their name and their email here, that goes into what's called an autoresponder, okay? That goes into an autoresponder series. And what we can do with this autoresponder series is be sending emails, okay? And we're basically taking the people who's registered for our webinar and we're continually sending them either to the thank you page with the information about the webinar, or we're sending them, you know, testimonials from previous students. We're sending them value content. So like new tips, new strategies, new techniques, just different things to keep us relevant on their mind because we don't want them to forget about the event, okay? So we're just steadily shooting them these emails, all this value, all these, you know, these testimonials, you know, the Q&As, you know, answering, you know, questions that they probably have regarding the event. And you know, ultimately we just want them to not forget. Okay, we want to make sure they attend. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, this is all well and great, but how are you achieving $10,000 on just about every launch? Well, here's the statistics, okay? So the average is 10%. So 10% of however many people you have on your webinar are going to buy. So 10%, let's just say I got 100 people. Well, that equals 10 sales, okay? So if I have 100 people attend my webinar, 10% of that is 10 sales. As long as I do my formula right and I present correctly, 10 people should buy my product, okay? And my products cost $997. All right, $1,000. And if 10 people out of 100 people buy my product for $997, well, I just made $10,000. That's how I'm doing it. Because I actually have some really easy ways to get well over 100 people on your webinars. I have some strategies, some tips, and some techniques that I'm going to be sharing on the webinar to how you guys can get up to 500. You know, it depends on, you know, what you're using to host your webinar. Some max out at 500, but you know, depending on the service that you're using, you could get all the way up to 1,000 people to attend your webinar, okay? And I'm going to show you guys also, really cool, how to get webinar registrations for as little as 5 cents, okay? I'm going to show you guys how you can get webinar registrations for as little as 5 cents, okay, per registrant. So you're going to be learning a lot of really cool stuff on this webinar. Like, there's no doubt about it, this is a genuine value-packed webinar, okay? I'm going to show you guys A to Z how to put all this in motion. I'm going to show you exactly how to drive the right kind of traffic to your webinars, people that are already ready and willing to buy. I'm going to show you guys how to where you can go and create these registration pages. I'm going to show you how to create a thank you page. I'm going to show you guys how to get started with an autoresponder. This whole system that you're seeing right here on this board that generates me $10,000 time and time and time again, I'm going to be sharing with you guys on this webinar. So you'll definitely want to make sure that you got your seat for that webinar. Okay, guys? Click the button below, register for this awesome value-packed webinar, and I will see you guys on the inside. Thanks again.